Hi, welcome to another Friday Tips with Fens down here at the Watts Factory, the nerve centre of FTP training down in Nowra on the south coast of New South Wales. I'm going to do a series of Friday tips over the course of the next few weeks that are going to look at various aspects of coming back from major injuries, surgeries or sickness. It's something that, for those of you that know me, have been through a few major back surgeries now in the last 5 years, and the last one was a fusion in my upper thoracic area, which was about a year ago today. And when we get these sort of major injuries and major problems in our lives, it's very easy to throw the towel in, sit back and sit back on the couch and watch other people do the sport and activity that you love to do. So I'm going to go through a few different things. Firstly, sort of talking maybe about the psychology of dealing with those sorts of major incidences, and the feelings really of what goes through your head. You'll have each experienced the same sort of thing, I'm sure. Those of you that have had major injuries or have tried to come back from sickness and major problems, life traumas. We'll look at the data. I'm going to do some screenshot stuff and look at what the build rates are, what the ramp rates are, and just sort of see the progression that you can get by training optimally and perfectly. And look at that from a data perspective. So we'll do some screenshots over the course of the next few weeks. And I'll also talk about the physical component. Living with problems, living with the reality that you're no spring chicken anymore and you can't necessarily do the stuff you used to be able to do. All right, so let's go back the date. Let's go back to Herald Sun Tour in 2014. I'm down with the Avanti team, and we've got Jack Haig in third place on GC, and we're all very, very excited. I've been jumping up and down, frothing. We've got super hot conditions down there, and I'm in the front of the car, and we get a big tub of bidons passed into us, and I twist, and I know I've done something. I know I've done something to my back. Gets progressively bad over the course of a few days, and I think that's probably not right. I've felt that feeling before. Pain, suffering, pins and needles down the left-hand side of my body, both my arm and my leg. But you know how we are, we tend to just disregard that. No, it should be right, everything will be fine. So I then, in the next sort of month, go off snowboarding, take the painkillers, deal with it. Progressively gets worse. I'm training for state champs on the time trial. And again, I remember trying to get lifted on and off my bike. I couldn't turn around to see if anything was coming behind me when I was out on the road. I had to literally get out the saddle and turn. In the end, I just bow down to it. I can't take the pain anymore and realise that I've badly ruptured a disc, and I go in for surgery. Been on the painkillers for quite a long time by that stage, and some pretty heavy painkillers. And the reality of that is there's massive problems associated with taking painkillers over long periods of time. So, just the simple fact of weaning yourself off of that and not becoming dependent on them. Again, for me, it was always a focus of, I'm going to get back to riding my bike. It's what I love to do. And when I'm not riding my bike, I'm not the same individual. So therefore, as soon as I'd had the surgery and the operation, I was thinking about in my head, when could I get back? Asking the surgeon, when can I get back? That's a fundamental component. Set your goals, set your targets, set what you need. Even if that means sometimes actually booking things in and setting them. Because that inevitably gives you that motivation when you're suffering and you're in pain to be proactive about that. Rather than being a martyr and rather than suffering and being a poor me, sitting back, yeah, you're hurting, yeah, you're in pain. But we have the ability to be able to focus on things outside of that and really focus our mind towards achieving them. So that means getting the rehab done, doing what your doctor tells you to do, eating the right foods. Perfect opportunity when you're injured is to actually get really quite lean. You're not actually looking to actually have any major performance gains. So therefore, there's no need to eat a huge amount of food. Conversely, most people do the opposite. Most people get injured, get sick, and all they do is stuff their face. And the reality of that then is when you come back into form or come back into being able to start training, you're doing so another 10 kilos heavier than you were when you were fit. So you don't feel as good. Psychologically, that affects you. So the process of really getting out of the doldrums and getting out of that cycle of feeling sorry for yourself and feeling really down, I know that's quite harsh, but it is the reality. I speak from experience, it's very easy to do, is to focus on something that you want to get back for. Okay, the bike, just saying I want to ride my bike again is probably not a strong enough motivation. I want to go and ride the Three Peaks Challenge again. Brilliant one. I want to go and do a big cycle tour with my mates. Another great one. Something that's fixed and focused and is a definite. And then you can really focus your mind and attention to do all the things that you need to do to get you in the spot, get you back, get your body back into shape and your mind back into shape to achieve it. All right, just an intro into the series of articles we're going to look at in a little bit more detail of the real ins and outs of recovering from major injury and getting yourself back up to speed. All right, I'll catch you back out on the trail. I hope that's helped. Catch you. Bye-bye.